Hi, my name is Butch. I played basketball for the University of Wisconsin. I've played overseas in Spain, China, Germany, and Greece. And I've played for the Denver Nuggets and most recently the New Orleans Hornets. So I want to introduce myself a little bit. I grew up in Appleton, Wisconsin, just like you guys did. I'm actually filming this in New Orleans right now because I'm rehabbing for my knee. So I went to Houdini Elementary School, then I went to Einstein Middle School, and Appleton West High School. So I know exactly what you guys are going through right now, and you know what it takes to accomplish your dreams. A little bit of the things that I've gone through and been through is, played at basketball at the highest level, but not only have I played basketball, I've been able to get my graduate degree from the University of Wisconsin, and part of that is in communications. So I'm really excited to be able to share with this, my experiences and my thoughts about how important reading is to excel in the next level of education and the next level of your life. I think that reading is such an important thing. Not only does it help you in school, but it helps you, in life. You don't get news without, being able to read the newspaper or, pick up a book. I've got an iPad right here that I always have books on. I travel all over the country all the time, and for me, it's one of those things that I always have a book on my iPad so I can read. I really enjoy it, and it's one of those things that gets me through some of the long travel days that I have. My family, everyone in my family reads. My wife reads. I read. My sister and my parents, we all read. It's one of those things that for Christmas, nowadays with the iPad and that, we still buy each other books and those sorts of things. And I think we get enjoyment out of it. Not only is it a mental release for everyone from a long day, but as kids, I remember always being brought up, and my mom and dad would always read a good night story to us, and I think that's one of those things that is great. And before I go to bed every night, I definitely continue to read a book. I think one of the important things that reading does for you guys is it gives you structure. It shows you have to be disciplined in it. You get into a good book and you just keep on wanting to read it, and I think it shows how good it can be for you. It's one of those things that you've got to keep on doing and keep on practicing. It not only makes you a better person, but it makes you a more intelligent person. Overall, I think that reading's been a very important part of my life. It's been a great thing for us, for me and for my family. And I think it's something that you should do every day. Just like you go out and, for sports, you practice, whatever it may be every day. Reading is one of those things that you have to practice. There's been a couple of books in my lifetime that I've really enjoyed, and as you get older, you'll get into those. But as a little kid, I remember reading Goosebumps. It was a great series of books that you could always pick up and read. And one of my favorite books was The Da Vinci Code. I read that over and over. It's just an awesome book and something that I really enjoy. Overall, I think what I really want to tell you kids and parents is that no matter what you do, I think reading and making sure that you get your homework done and all those things should come first. It always did with me. Like I said, I was recruited by every college in the nation, and for playing basketball. But if I wanted to have my grades the way they were, I would have had a lot more troubles. So I'd always come home, I'd always get my homework done first, and then I'd go outside and play. And that's one of the important things that I think you kids need to understand, is that it is so important to be able to get your homework done first. All of us have dreams of playing in the NFL, playing in the NBA, baseball, whether it be band, music, whatever your dreams are, chase your dreams, but you also have to realize that you have to get your schoolwork done first. And I think that by far is the most important thing in all of this. I want to leave you with a couple of last thoughts, and that really is just that it is so important to make sure that you go about learning, listening to your teachers, listening to your parents. Without those things, you're going to struggle. through school and that stuff. Everyone's there to help you get better and help you succeed to become the best person that you can become. And I think you've got to listen to those people and do everything that you can do to get through school, do well in school, get all your homework done, and then worry about sports. I know you have a lot of people come in and talk to you about the importance of everything, but I've been there. I've gone through it all. And I know if I didn't have the backbone support of school, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, and that's in the NBA, reaching my goals. So I just want to read a little bit of some books that I've found on the road here. One of the books is called Shiloh, and I think you guys have all heard it or probably have read some of it. So I'm just going to read a quick chapter here for you guys, and then we'll go, and you guys enjoy the rest of the spaghetti dinner. Chapter 1: The day Shiloh come. We're having us a big Sunday dinner. Darylyn's dipping bread in her glass of cold tea, the way she likes it, and Becky pushes her beans up over the edge of her plate in a rush to get them down. Ma gives us her scolding look. Just once in my life, she says, I'd like to see a bit of food go direct from the dish into someone's mouth without a detour of any kind. She's looking at me when she says it, though. It isn't that I don't like fried rabbit. Like it fine. I just don't want to bite down on buckshot, is all, and I'm checking each piece. I looked that rabbit over good, Marty, and you won't find any buckshot in that thigh. Dad says, buttering his bread. I shot him in the neck. Somehow I wish he hadn't said that. I pushed the meat from one side of my plate to the other, though, the sweet potatoes and back again. Did it die right off? I asked, knowing I can't eat it all unless it had. Soon enough. You shoot it head clean off? Darylyn asked. She likes that. Dad chews real slow before he answers. Not quite, he says, and goes on eating, which is when I leave the table. The best thing about Sundays is we eat our big meal at noon. Once you get your belly full, you can walk all over West Virginia before you're hungry again. Any other day you start out after dinner, you got to come back when it's dark. I take the .22 rifle Dad had given me in March on my 11th birthday and set out up the road to see what I can shoot. Like to find me an apple hanging way out of a branch. See if I can bring it down. Line up a few cans on a rail fence and shoot them off. Never shoot at anything moving though. Never had the slightest wish. We live high up in the hills above Friendly, but hardly anybody knows where that is. Friendly is near Sisterville, which is halfway between Wheeling and Parksburg. Used to be, my daddy told me. Sistersville was one of the best places you could live in the whole state. You ask me, the best place to live? I'd say right where we are, at little 4-room house where hills on 3 sides. Afternoon is my second best time to go up in the hills, though morning's the best. Usually in the summer, early morning. On one morning I saw 3 kinds of animals, not counting cats, dogs, frogs, cows, and horses. Saw a groundhog, saw a doe with 2 fawns, and saw a gray fox with reddish head. But his daddy was a gray fox, and his mom was a red one. So that's just a little bit of a book that I've read as a child, and I actually happened to find that down here in New Orleans in a bookstore. That's the nicest thing about reading. You always can bring it and take it wherever you are. So I'd like to thank you guys for taking your time to listen to me and kind of hear from a different person who's at a high level of a professional basketball, and I get to play at the highest level. But how important it is still to read and still to be able to do your homework and all those sorts of things. So once again, I'd like to thank you guys for allowing me to do this. And you guys have a good night. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in contact with me. And thank you very much.